Howdy, folks. My name is Marble, and my pronouns are she, her.
Hi, my name is Ray, and my pronouns are he, him.
And I'm Jupiter, and my pronouns are she, they. And we didn't even get the wiki up for this one. We completely neglected.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I sent it. Here you go.
Wow.
Thank you, Ray.
I have it up. I thought I pasted it. My B.
No worries. Thank you.
Sorry, everybody in chat.
Sorry, everyone in chat.
Sorry, everybody in our stream chat that's listening to this stream that we're doing right now.
Oh, my goodness. This week, we watched episodes 23, 24, and 25. Not in a row, but we did watch all three of those episodes. And that's what this episode is.
We're not going to make a habit out of doing retrospectives all the time, but this time we did.
But this time we did. And you know what? I don't regret it.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah, we decided to cover the last three episodes, all together. Mostly, I'm going to be honest, mostly just because I'm moving very soon, and wanted to make sure that this season was wrapped up before I had to pack up my whole office.
Understandable.
Yeah. But yeah, we watched the last three episodes of Log Horizon season 1. And yeah, I mean it was an ending of sorts.
Yeah. That is true. I was watching and I could confirm it.
It ended.
Things ended.
Yeah. It's so strange. It's so strange coming off of the end of this anime, because this, I think, has been the most highs and lows of any show that I've watched.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The peaks of this show in season 1 are really high. There are some genuinely cool things, and then the lows are so low. And these last three episodes didn't really hit either for me.
It was middle of the road ending.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't an ending.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we should just get into it, right?
Sure.
About what happened. Yeah, right?
I will say, though, I don't know what happened. I don't watch anime.
Yeah, I don't either. Ray, could you explain?
Yeah, sure. So the last three episodes deal with the Scale Festival. Episode 23 we're not going to talk about because it doesn't matter.
I mean, is there anything in here? I'm looking at the wiki. Is there anything in here?
No, not really.
I mean, kind of.
Oh, Minori becomes an apprentice to Shiro.
Right, yeah. Minori becomes an official apprentice to Shiro. That is a subclass that exists. Apprentice is a subclass you can have where you can copy abilities from the person that you're mentoring from, which is honestly kind of a cool mechanic, to be honest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then episode 23 is mostly just the festival is starting. Folks are walking around, just sort of checking stuff out.
There's people that are mad about things.
Yeah, that's sort of the only thing that happens in episode 23, right? So
Yep.
They have breakfast, and then Naotsuku and Akatsuki are doing quote-unquote food inspections, but really Naotsuku is just eating.
Haha, that's silly and funny.
Yeah, Minori goes off to because she's bored, mostly. She goes off to do some paperwork.
That's what I do when I'm bored.
Yeah.
I also do that when I'm bored.
Minori, I think you might need a hobby.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be in a point of my life where I do not have to interact with paperwork at all, pretty much.
Yeah. Here's the thing, is it's kind of messed up, but I sometimes choose to interact with spreadsheets if I think it'll help me stay organized. And that's something I never saw myself doing. I hate spreadsheets so much.
It's wild, the extremely boring businessy things you get used to when you're just doing stuff online.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's that's the thing is I feel like I'd have to do it. Well, I mean, I did have to do it more when I had an office job. So I'm not complaining about the amount of spreadsheets I'm involved with, but
yeah.
luckily it's not many. It's not many. I'm just surprised that I do them voluntarily, I think.
Yeah, and at least like it's spreadsheets about things that you care about. It's not you're dealing with somebody else's spreadsheets. These are your spreadsheets.
And I could put like funny cusses in them because nobody's going to see them except for me.
Yeah. Minori does some paperwork, goes to Callison's office, which is a guy that we've seen around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Rainesh is trying to set up a party.
Right. Yes, Renetia is setting up a party. Yeah.
She's trying to pop off.
Now...
She's trying... What? I'm sorry, was that funny?
Rainesh is...
No.
At the banquet hall, loading her guns, ready to pop off.
She's trying to pop off.
She's really trying to pop off. I just
Listen,
read the...
she is trying to pop off. And we are preventing that.
I just read the line at a tomato restaurant. Nyanta not sure. What is a tomato restaurant?
Just wiped out Tomato Town.
Oh, here it is. Rainesha is about to pop off in that tomato restaurant.
They wiped out tomato
Rainesha just got down. I revive her. Now we're heading southbound. Something, Pleasant Park streets. Look at your map. Look at the mark sheet. Take me to your Xbox, Yugi boy. We can be pro Fortnite gamers.
We can.
There was no reason for me to bring Pegasus out of retirement, but I did it.
No, there wasn't. But you know what? I liked it. I enjoyed it. Hey, you know what? Now that we're at the finale of the season, we can finally ask the hard-hitting questions. Which characters in Log Horizon Season 1 would be pro Fortnite gamers?
Rudy
Yes, absolutely.
Rudy made the Fortnite song that's going around right now.
Yes!
Like, Rudy is the one who made and uploaded that.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, Isuzu is a bard, so she probably helped.
Yeah, she used Bard FL Studio, popped it open, and helped Rudy make it happen.
Yeah, Rundle House Code and Isuzu probably has a last name. Creators of... Is it Chug Jug? Is that the thing? I keep hearing that around.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Chug Jug. I'm pretty sure. I think that Shiro probably doesn't. He not only doesn't play battle royales, I think he only plays RTS games.
Yeah, I think like Shiro had like a really big. Are you okay?
I don't know what happened.
Stay with us, Raymond.
Stay with us, Ray. Ray, are you okay?
I'm sorry for calling you Raymond again. That joke wasn't funny even when I used to do it.
I don't know why it's not funny. You can call me Raymond. It's fine.
But it's not your name, Ray. It's not your name.
It's fine.
But it's not your name. But Ray. It's not your name.
It might not be my name, but it's who I am.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
Call me Racif.
Racif?
Call me Ray Peppy. Call me Ramon.
You mean the cat?
The firefly from The Princess and the Frog? Yes.
No, well, I was... that's a much better poll. I was going to say the cat from Animal Crossing.
Oh, I'm not going to utter that fool's name. No, I had a friend call me Ramon because of Princess and the Frog.
Aw.
It was very cute.
Ooh.
That's fun.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Ray, and my pronouns are he, him.
Natsugu exclusively plays really gross dating sims. Also, I just realized that. I want to assign everybody like their Gamersonas.
This is our episode 23 description. Like, let's go.
They all play MMOs, but like whatever. Who cares?
Right. Like you're 100% right. Natsugu is like. Natsugu is the kind of guy who'll be like, actually, the Honey Pop games have like, there's some. I don't know.
They have some good story in them.
They got some good story in them.
Honey Pop is like, the gameplay in Honey Pop is actually really good.
It's really engaging for some reason. I don't know.
I
play it for the plot.
I'm in it for the plot. I feel like, Nyanta, Nyanta is,
Final Fantasy 14.
Well, I feel like he's into MMOs for sure, but his other favorite genre game, I feel like, is like old school point and click adventure games, like LucasArts stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm trying to think. Marielle loves dress up games.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's right for feeling that way.
She's 100% correct.
She's the #1 gamer and happy home designer.
Yes.
Yeah, Krusty was, he just happened to be online for the apocalypse because otherwise he would have been trapped in Call of Duty.
Oh, really? I was going to say he played a lot of Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah. He's like a Dark Souls gamer.
Yeah.
Not that Dark Souls gamers are like that, but he just happens to be a Dark Souls gamer.
No, yeah, like he's like one of the Dark Souls gamers who isn't cool. He's one of the Dark Souls gamers who says "get good" unironically.
Princess Renesha, get good, scrub.
And he will get in Twitter arguments with people about anyone who says that Dark Souls should have an easy mode. He will fight them
In real life.
Yeah,
he's one of those people that will like, he has the game down to a science, and he'll PvP you off the entire map, even, and then dox you so he can email you a video of him destroying you off the map. Specifically for that reason and nothing else.
I'm gonna...
Just for the cyberbullying.
Just because. I'm gonna give you a surprise answer here for Toya.
Okay.
He's super into the Rhythm Heaven games.
Oh, yeah, that, you know what? I vibe.
I
vibe with that immensely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not Isuzu, as you might think.
Yeah, Minori plays Microsoft Excel.
Yes, I love that game.
Yeah.
I feel like she also, Minori would be really into flight simulators.
Yes.
I'm here for it.
And I'm trying to think, who are the other characters in this show?
What would Isuzu play? Because, like, music rhythm games is too easy.
Akatsuki, Assassin's Creed, so easy.
Easy. I feel like Akatsuki, Assassin's Creed for sure. I feel like she also was really into Thief.
Which one's that?
It's a Thief is a old school, like, first person immersive sim type game that is literally just about sneaking into houses and stealing their stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Isuzu played creative Minecraft exclusively.
Yes.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Okay. Is that everybody? Have we got everybody?
What did we say Shiro play?
Did we say Shiro? No, we didn't.
Yeah, I did. Shiro plays RTSs exclusively.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
But also Minesweeper, also for Sweet Solitaire.
Yeah, I was going to say
Solitaire, yes.
that Shiro did have a moment where he was like a major like StarCraft player, but when he got to like famous, he backed out of the scene.
Yeah. Too much pressure.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Who Hey, question for the two of you. Who's the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan out of the cast?
I'm projecting, but Rudy, I think.
Yeah, I actually
that makes sense.
I do think Rudy.
He believes in friendship and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Who was like a decent Kingdom Hearts fan and was like, oh, Rudy, you'll like this?
Toya, I think. I think Toya.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Rudy, like, is one of the only characters in the show that is, like, actually optimistic about stuff.
Yeah.
I think that makes so much sense.
Oh, and Rainesia has the highest score imaginable in Robot Unicorn Attack and nothing else.
You're right.
I was gonna say I love that. That is perfect. I was gonna say maybe Dance Dance Revolution.
That's okay. So it's DDR and Robot Unicorn Attack.
Yeah,
and like when she plays DDR, it doesn't matter what the BPM of the track she's playing is. She mutes the song so she can hum to herself. Always, I wanna be with you and make believe with you and live in harmony, oh, love.
She's also into Tamagotchis.
Oh my god, yeah, no.
Yeah,
she has like one keychain that has like 50 Tamagotchis on it. Like it looks like an orb from afar.
Yeah.
Don't be mean to me.
I'm not mean, I'm jealous.
Okay. I'll send you a Tamagotchi orb.
Do it.
Sentences.
Okay. So that's, and then episode 23 ends and it's just like, the people of the land are being slightly annoying. I bet we're at war.
This is just like an attack on our entire way of life because people are angry about standing in line for too long.
Yeah. So that's
the drama.
The drama of that's episode 23 in its entirety.
All right, episode 24, Chows.
Chow.
So Sonic the Hedgehog appears through a portal and says, "Here, take these chows." And then the whole plot stops. And everybody just has to take care of a chow now.
Everybody goes to the Chow Garden.
Yeah, it's just a Chow Garden anime form.
That would be so relaxing. Can you imagine a Chow Garden anime where you just got to like it's like when you're like having a bad day and you just pull up Cat Parade and watch it. It's just like that. You're just like staring at a Chow Garden.
Oh yeah, like
no plot, just Chow
no
Garden.
plot. Nothing bad ever happens beyond like, one of the chows stole one of the other chow's fruit.
Oh, he has to replace it.
Okay, what actually happens in this episode? I'm sorry for that derailment.
Wait, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention during this one. I thought it actually was the Chow Garden.
I mean, technically.
Yeah, so, well, we can just, we can just read from the synopsis. Shir believes that the people of the land, led by the newly arrived Lord Sonic the Hedgehog, a merchant nobleman from Westland.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Sonic from Westland. I'm here to mess up your everything.
So this episode is basically just, there isn't like, this is honestly one of the shortest synopsises we've seen for an episode of the show. But basically all this episode is Shiro noticing that there are all these sorts of problems going on throughout the festival of like, minor things of like, paperwork being misfiled or like minor tax fraud or, people complaining about stuff or whatever. Just really minor stuff. But it's all piling up and Shiro is convinced that it is a intentional attack by the people of the land on Akihabara, which, to be honest, the more and more this episode went on, the more and more it just read to me as like Akihabara having like a systemic issue of not being able to, handle this influx of people and then blaming the people for arriving,
Yeah.
I guess.
Because like, to be honest, like, Shiro makes this whole point about how, like, there's no connective tissue onto any of these attacks. It's just, like, attacks. Like, it's literally just, like, a cartwheel fell out, or a bunch of pizzas got delivered to a place on accident.
Yeah.
And Shiro's just like, there's nothing connecting all of these things. I know that must mean that all of their attacks are random. But I don't know, like, as the episode went on, it was just like, you hear from other characters and it's just like, we, don't have enough people, sorting this out. We don't have enough people sorting this out. And I don't know, it like could go either way.
It does seem to me
go ahead.
Well,
Okay, wait, should I talk? Should I talk now?
I'll just finish my little sentence and then Joy, you can go.
Well, okay, I guess I'll talk later, okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Thank you for waiting. Thank you, for,
All right,
we
I'm
have
happy to.
you have to form like an orderly line, of the three of us to make sure that we're all,
All right, sounds great, okay.
Yeah, cool. I don't remember what I was saying. Could you go?
Oh, yeah, no, I was gonna say that, it kind of seemed like, like, obviously it's possible that there was some kind of, like, organized effort to make the round table look bad or something. But, it kind of mostly just seemed like Shiro was overwhelmed and didn't know how to manage, like, complaints and stuff.
Right. Like this is the whole like problem with like a top-down sort of like look on like society is this like if it's like one person's job to make sure that everything in a city goes well, you literally can't pay attention to all of the small problems that like happen all the time. Like, if you're only looking at things through a bird's eye view, you are going to miss, like, the actual, like, individual feelings and problems that are happening because you're trying to, like, come up with, like, a broad pattern of why all of these things are connected. When really, you could just be having a bad day where things are just like, I don't know, like, go to a convention. I mean, don't now. Like, wait.
I want to go to a convention. Wait, there's a convention? Can I go to the convention? I want to go to the convention, please.
But, like, every single convention I've ever been to, it's just like, yeah, this is, like, chaotic and maybe a little disorganized, but, like...
Yeah, and if you didn't pre-register, you're going to be waiting outside in the cold for 8 hours.
Right. Like, I don't know, sometimes things are just badly organized. And you just have a whole day or multiple days of failure. I don't know. It doesn't read as a intentional malicious thing to me.
But it was.
Apparently it was. In
my opinion. It was actually organized by me. The last 2 episodes of the show, Ray, you may have noticed this, before I saw them were much, much different. But I sort of like...
Yeah, I'm still confused where the Chow's Garden went.
Yeah, Joy, I'm so surprised that, you know, that this episode was originally about Sonic and then you changed it. Like, why?
Well, I thought it would be fun to just sort of, write my own ending for it. I have, I haven't been one to dabble in fan fiction very often, but I figured if I do this, then, well, no one can stop me, I guess. And the rest is history. I exclusively do things because people can't stop me from doing them.
You know
and
what?
That's it.
That's fair and valid of you.
Here's my takeaway on this whole chaotic event.
I would love to hear it.
And I think you're also right, but I also think what they're implying here is that Malvis and a few noblemen from Westland were like, we're going to cause chaos. And the people of the land, the commoners, should join us, but didn't give a specific plan, so everyone was just kind of free-forming it the whole time, just doing chaos.
I mean, here's my, like...
So it could be both.
I guess my, like, counter-argument to that is that if it was a deliberate attack, wouldn't there be nothing that you could do to stop it from, like, continuing? Like... And also, if it was a deliberate attack, then then why would individual people be like, yeah, we're going to go to this festival and deliberately have a bad time. We're going to deliberately wait in long lines to have a bad time at this festival as an attack. I don't know. That seems so weird to me.
Unless it was organized by Prince Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing, because I thought that was what they were trying to imply, is that he was trying to cause some kind of specific big structural issues.
Malvis said, we're going to cause chaos, but didn't give a plan, so everyone said, okay.
I mean, and I'm just saying that, like, I just can't imagine a nobleman like saying to me, hey, so I know that you've been looking forward to this festival. I want you to go wait in line for a long time and just have a really bad time. And for me to be like, yes, that's a thing I'm going to do.
Well, Shiro mentions that too, is that Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing doesn't really seem like the type to come up with like a solid attack plan like that.
Yeah, I like it is definitely clear that Malvis was like, we haven't even talked about Malvis, but it's clear that Malvis was like clearly being malicious intentionally. I just don't know that broadly people were.
That's fair. Who wants to talk about more of this episode? Who wants to talk about Minori doing more Excel spreadsheet?
Minori had some paperwork, and then she was like, pathetic. You're challenging me. Give me more. And then she did the paperwork.
So, fun fact, Minori is the actual villain in glasses. She's just been wearing contacts this whole time.
Yeah, she's the villain in contacts.
She's the villain in contacts.
Allison's like, wow, I heard about the villain in glasses, but Minori, she's on a whole nother level. She's the villain in contacts.
And that's like this stinger before the episode ends.
She pushes up her, just on the bridge of her nose, there's nothing there, and her contacts shine.
That would be scary.
It would be. Oh my god.
What's Shiro's answer?
Ray, do you want to, because we mentioned Malvis, do we want to talk about Malvis?
Malvis is a really rude boy
Yeah.
from the West. He's a nobleman who is here to literally just give Rainesia a bad time, and I hate him so much.
Yeah, he literally
He comes in on his big boat and says, Rainesia, I'm here now. Didn't you know I was here? I told you I was here. You got the paperwork that I was here. You silly little girl. I'll sniff your hair. I'm gonna throw wine everywhere.
Yucky, ew.
Yeah.
I don't really understand also fully, maybe this is for season 2, but I feel like I don't really understand what Mavis Beacon teaches typing's motivation even was in the first place. Why was he there? Literally just to give Runetia a bad time? Is that literally it?
So there's a very bad conversation in the episode about how the Westland is different from Eastal. Eastal is where Runetia is from. But Westland, which is where Nerea and that weird girl, that strange girl is from. So Westland does some of the noblemen from Westland didn't like how Eastal was getting close to the adventurers. So that's why Mavis Beacon, Prince of Persia, is here.
Oh.
But it's not clearly defined.
What a coward. What a clown and a coward.
Oh my god. Yeah, he arrives in his big fancy boat and he walks into the party with a couple of adventurer guards that really just are there to antagonize the rest of the people in the party, at the party, just being a guy comes up and is just hey, bud, don't worry about it. Want to have some juice with me? And then gets knocked to the ground by one of the guards. And Malvis Beacon teaches typing.
Thank you.
Legend of the Zumbinis. Says oh, a commoner touching me. And he basically just does
the
that
commoner
for a while.
didn't even touch him, though. The commoner was hey, do you want to have a drink? And the guy was
yeah, I mean, he's doing literally everything possible to be the biggest jerk in the room, for sure.
Yeah. And he did it. He won.
Yeah.
He became the biggest jerk in the room.
Yeah, and it seemed partially he was trying to provoke an attack so that
Westland. I was definitely listening when Ray said Westland.
Could have a reason to go to war with the adventurers or whatever, because Malvis is apparently high ranking or what have you. But it doesn't work because Shiro happens as usual.
Final episode time.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, real quick, just as a quick sidebar, to solve all the chaotic minor disturbances,
Oh, right.
Shiro says, Sojiro, can you and your guild just be cool? Thanks.
Yeah, so he literally is just hey, Sojiro, but you ate a lot of cake. So I think that means you're the most qualified to deal with this problem because of all of your cake eating. And he, basically, just because Sojiro's whole deal is that he is, constantly surrounded by all of these, suitors, and so basically they're just sending people out to, flirt and be cute around people who are causing problems to pacify them. And the whole thing is kind of weird in a way. I mean, they don't to their credit, they kind of do bring up that it's weird, but we can get into that in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not now?
Never, actually. I changed my mind.
Okay, we're never going to talk about it,
No.
actually.
Okay. Final episode. It's the fashion episode.
It's the fashion episode. This was the
that's
best.
the only important thing that happened in the episode.
really is.
Yeah, it really is. So right, the last episode it just ends with Shiro, Krusty, and Mishitaka walking into the festival and being like, haha, we're here. And then this episode starts. And Malthus's whole thing is that he has a bunch of cargo. I drink water. I'm getting hiccups.
Mm-hmm. Hi, replace your water with hiccup water.
Heck. Hiccup.
More like hiccup.
Yeah, hecked up joy. Malthus's whole deal is that he, like, he supposedly has this, like, bunch of cargo that he brought on his big boat, and he apparently set a letter ahead to make sure that there was warehouse space to store it, but apparently Renesha didn't get the letter and did a big hiccup, and then Shiro, even though that's not true, even though none of that is true, and in fact it's a big lie, Shiro walks up and is like, well, Princess Renesha, it seems like you really messed this one up, didn't you? Seems like you really...
Looks like you screwed everything up, huh?
Looks like you really just, like, ruined everyone's lives, Renesha. Anyway, Malthus, you're a liar. Like, it's, like, why is negging Renesha part of his plan? Why is that an important part here?
Because and this is my take on it, and I'm not here to defend this terrible, terrible glasses boy. It's a way to lower Malthus's guard, and also Shiro is already the villain in a lot of people's eyes, so it's an easy character for him to walk into.
Sure.
And then Malthus's guard is already down, and then Krusty says, "Malthus, you're lying."
Yeah, and you know what, like they, to your point, Ray, like they bring that up, like, or Minori brings it up, like at the end of the episode of like Shiro, doesn't it kind of suck to like do things that make everyone hate you? And Shiro's just like, I don't know, it's fine.
Oh, it's fine.
I never really thought about it. I just kind of do my own thing, yeah?
Yeah.
I respect that in a way.
In a way.
In a way. Well, I guess it depends, because, like, if somebody said that, I would be like, yeah, you go. But also, like, sometimes Shiro does just do mean things.
Yeah, it's like, like, Shiro's not, like, just doing things that make people hate him. He's doing things that directly emotionally manipulate people to do the things that he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And then, at the end, he's just like, all right, well, you can hate me if you want, but ultimately it was fine, right? And I don't know, like, the attitude is weird. I don't know. I like, the show tries really hard to make Shiro, like, the cool guy, and he never is to me.
That's fine. Where were we?
I'm in my chair.
Yeah, I'm also in my chair.
Well, I mean, in the episode, Malthus gets humiliated and leaves, basically, is what happened.
Basically, like...
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think what happened is that Shiro, it's not really explained, but I think what happened is that Shiro forged a letter in Malthus's name.
He is a level high scribe.
Right. That was, like, pretended to be the letter that Malthus sent. And Malthus was like, wait, what? That is the letter. What? Huh? And then Mishitaka's like, yeah, I mean, our warehouses are full. The round table warehouses are full, but you can use my warehouses, unless this whole thing was fake. And then Malthus is just like,
so disrespectful, I'm leaving.
And then he does.
And then everybody laughs.
Yeah.
And then everyone clapped. That Mavis Beacon was Albert Einstein.
Shiro's whole life is, in retrospect, every story that Shiro is a part of is totally like a Tumblr and then everyone clapped story.
Fashion show.
Fashion show.
Fashion show. Fashion show.
Yeah.
Fashion show.
Everybody does fashion show. Thank goodness.
Yeah, this is the only part of the episode that is anything. And it's very brief. It is literally just a couple of shots. Like, you know, it's nighttime now. Basically, all of the problems have been resolved. And at the end of the festival, they're having this big fashion show, and you see like all of the main characters of Log Horizon in different outfits, and they're all extremely cute. I love them all very much. I gotta talk about Rudy's outfit in particular, because he is wearing a suit that literally, in its color scheme and in the pattern, literally just has a trans flag going down his chest. And I fully very much doubt that was intentional, but it rules anyway. I'm taking it.
And then
everyone clapped.
I'm everybody. Wow.
Yeah. And then Shiro has the conversation with Minori about how people don't like him, blah, 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 blah. Shiro has a really weird dream sequence meetup with a strange lady when he was supposed to meet up with someone else, and it's all weird and cryptic, and we learn about the West.
Yeah,
and she's really weird.
I don't think it's a dream sequence.
I said dream sequence-esque, sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
No, it's very dream sequency, but it actually happened.
It's weird. Okay, this is like, it's a complete aside, right? Like, they're having this, yeah?
I was gonna say, we're just to make sure I'm about to make the correctly timed joke. We're talking about the weird liminal space conversation he has with the woman we've never seen before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it was literally just like the writers were like, oh no, we're already at the end of the season 1 and we've given so many girls that fawn over Shiro, but we never put in a yandere character. We never had the evil, sexy, dark, mysterious girl who like would probably kill somebody. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're so accurate.
They were like, we forgot.
What's funny is that the scene, apparently in the light novels, this happens after everything else.
That makes more sense.
Instead of in between.
That makes more sense to happen after everything else. It's
right. But do you remember that one lady who was telling that fairy tale about Log Horizon and Shiro? It's her.
Yeah.
It's her. Our audience does not know this, so I'm explaining this for them.
Yeah.
This is her.
It's, Shiro walks into the room and, like, she's at first wearing a disguise, like a, disguise self type thing, where she is, like, pretending to be a people of the land, and is that person that we saw telling the story. Now I was gonna like make fun of her whole deal, but to be honest, that would be a little hypocritical because I do, as a human being, talk in almost the exact same way that she does.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Are you kidding? We have like the exact same tone of voice. We don't say we don't have the same personality, but we have the same tone of voice.
Yes. Can I just say though, I love that close up of her eye that was all detailed. I was like, ugh,
yeah,
that's the stuff I love.
It's on one hand, like this, it's a scene that like almost could be cool, except that it's not, like we get this, like, she's supposedly, like, her whole deal is that she is the leader of this guild called Plant Hewadin that at this point basically operates all of Westland. They have like fully taken over all of the wealth and resources of the people of the land there, and at some point like forced all other guilds to shut down and merge with Plant Hewadin. And we basically get the sense that like to the Westland, you know, she is the like the Shiro of Westland, essentially, in that like she has the capacity to do anything. You know, and, you know, it's supposed to set up this like moral difference between these two characters. But it's all just sort of out of nowhere. And like Shiro just like lore dumps everything that we're supposed to know about her. Her name is, Nuraha. He like info dumps everything about her. And it's just like, so like we learned a little bit about Westland. We've had like a little bit of hints here and there that like, that's, you know, what season 2 is about. But I don't know. It's just like, it just feels so weird, like this far out of the gate to have this one scene where it's just like, all right, let me just fast track you and explain why this character is important.
Yeah. There was literally just one scene signifying Shiro talking to his contact in Westland in this entire show.
Right.
And then they're like, okay, here's everything Shiro learned. I'm like, couldn't you have told us things along the way instead?
Right. I feel like this show, as well as Shiro himself, has some big communication issues.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Maybe just a little.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, and yeah, her whole deal, like Joe is saying, is she is very into Shiro.
How do we know? She just says it.
She just says it.
She just
says it.
I'm into you.
Yeah, I want you. It's just like, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like, she's, I guess, going to be the main villain, of season 2. And Shiro literally says, like, nah, I'm not going to join you. We'd be much better as enemies.
That's a normal thing to say, I think.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, well, we'd get along so much better if we were mortal enemies. I'm going to start saying that to people.
Please, let me know how it goes.
I'll try if I don't end up in Mortal Kombat first. Not the game, just the literal action.
In the game? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd never join Mortal Kombat with a K. I only do Mortal Kombat with a C.
Got it. Thank you. What Shiro says no, and then that scene ends.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then we're like, okay,
and then the show
cool.
ends.
And then basically...
And then the show's over.
Basically the show
And then it's dinner time.
Yeah, literally the last scene is they just have dinner. That's...
The last scene is like the whole guild. Once again, we see the whole guild together again. They're like, Shiro, whatever you decide to do next, we're doing it. And he's like, we're gonna change the world. And everyone's like,
I specifically remember them saying, we should find a way to leave the game and come back to the real world. And he's like, no, we should do something bigger. And then the credits roll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
We don't care about going back to the real world anymore? Okay. Interesting.
That's Log Horizon, y'all.
That's Log Horizon.
What do you think?
That is Log Horizon, I've noticed.
The very last thing that I want to say about this episode is just highlighting Rudy's part of the final scene.
Yeah.
He just like, he's like doing his usual thing. He's like, if you need someone to hold up the back line, it'll be me with my wonderful magic. And then Asuzu's like, hey, Rudy, you have a stain on your shirt. And he bites back, it's a fashion choice.
That literally was so funny. That was like actually genuinely funny.
Rudy continues to be the guiding light of this show. Yeah. That's the show. That's the first season. That's what we've done it. We've done it, everyone.
No reflection, no review. We're done now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You know what? This has been knocking around in my skull for a while. You know the meme, if two astronauts were on the moon and one of them hit the other with a rock, would that be messed up or what? That meme is basically the show. The writing is just like, oh, if this happened, would that be messed up or what? Anyway, moving on. I don't know. It's like, it's weird. I can't say that I hate this show. I can't say that.
No. Yeah.
I just, like, there are definitely parts of it that I really hate, but broadly, I can't say that I hate the show. And, like, I think overall, like, there were more parts that were interesting than weren't. But the parts that weren't interesting or good were like I was saying earlier, high highs, low lows. And like, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, I don't know that I've like come off of something like this and been like, and just like felt so weirdly ambivalent, you know? Like confused, but ambivalent, but like, I don't know, like I don't know where to put my feelings for this show. It's like weird.
Yeah.
Joy, what do you think?
I don't, so I feel like I'm easily impressed. This is, I think that's what this show made me feel, is that I was easily impressed, because on one hand, there was a lot of stuff here that made me like genuinely like a little like, hey, this is sus. But then also there were these episodes where I was just like completely forgetting about all of that and just being like, oh my god, what's gonna happen to Rundle House Code? What is this? Oh my gosh, wow, they totally just clowned on Mavis Beacon Teaches typing right in front of him. Like, I don't know, I guess maybe easily invested is a better word. I'm easily invested. So I would say I was invested in this, and honestly, since the last two episodes weren't as gross as they could have been, I kind of feel like I could watch season 2 a little, but you laughed just now, and now I feel like I shouldn't do that.
No, it's just the fact that you just said the last two episodes weren't as garbage as I expected was funny to me. That's all.
No, just that they could have been. I mean, the one before it was really nasty, so I'm just saying like the last few weren't nearly as nasty as that other one we had to do.
This show, because Joy, you and I have seen a lot of anime.
Yes.
Unfortunately, at the same time, it means that a lot of the bad, problematic anime things are here, but you and I have our walls up against them.
I guess so.
I would say.
Yeah.
But that doesn't excuse the bad things that happen, but I think you're both right that the very good parts of the show are very good, and that's why I wanted to share it with the two of you.
Yeah.
And I think it was worth trudging through a lot of the bad.
It was worth it. Like I want to be clear. Like I'm glad that I watched this show with you two. I am glad that we had this experience together. I'm glad that you introduced it to us, Ray. Because you're absolutely right. There are a lot of things in this show, in this season, that are really worth looking at, and like are really exciting. Like talking about this show is maybe more fun than watching it is, you know?
That's fair.
But like, I don't know, like I'm glad we watched it. I'm glad you introduced it to us. And yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
But Ray, I mean, this is, you know, I sort of cut you off a little bit, but this is, you know, the severalth time you've seen this anime. What are you feeling on your most recent watch?
Ooh, it's bad.
Aww.
When it's good, it's good, and when it's bad, it's bad. I still love the characters. I love the designs. I love like the big story beats and the world. The world is very interesting. And if you take away a lot of the characters that we have, the show is interesting. Yeah. It's just when the show is trying to focus on... I feel like a lot of the show is trying to focus on the things that aren't interesting.
Yeah.
When I can't tell... And it's clearly not like setting up bigger things, because we hit those major points. We got the Crescent Burger. We got the People of the Land thing. We got Rudy. Those are the fun, important things. But in between all of that is a lot of, I don't know, everybody, I'm going to buy the guild building with all the money we made with the burgers. And that's really cool. But also, I'm a capitalist.
Right. Like it's a little bit like hard to get a scope for Shiro's like ultimate plan, because he doesn't seem to have one. He seems to be improvising most of the time, and like if he does have a grand plan, he doesn't tell anybody, including the audience, which
and that I think that's like a storytelling choice that I don't know if I like or not.
This anime definitely has some writing problems in it.
Yes.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Just a teeny tiny bit.
Here's a few things I really liked about this show. Minori and her growth as a character by itself, for the most part. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we know.
Rudy. Rudy's entire arc.
Rudy is perfect.
Is fantastic.
Rudy is perfect. Rudy is the only... Rudy and Marielle are the only perfect characters in this anime.
Nightcore Man and the lore of the world. Fantastic.
Yes.
Love it.
Very cool.
Fun fact, Nightcore Man is in the end stinger of this episode, but we didn't see it.
Oh, there's an end stinger that we didn't watch. Oh, well.
Yeah, it's fine. He just says, hey, what's up? Can I come and hang? And you're like, yeah.
All right.
That's literally it. Nightcore Man shows up and says, can I come and hang? What else? Like, just all the battle scenes, all the good battle scenes. The kids are very good.
I wish that this show, frankly, wasn't about any of the adults.
Yeah.
I wish the show...
Except Marielle.
Sure, we can have Marielle as like a...
Yeah.
Marielle can hang.
You know, we can have any of these characters as like occasional background characters. But like, I would love it if this show was from the perspective of the dungeon kids. Their stories are genuinely the most interesting. They're the most relatable, mostly. They, have the most going on, and the most character growth. Like, Shiro sort of like, to be honest, from episode 1 to episode 25, Shiro is kind of the exact same character. Like, I don't feel like we've learned a whole lot about who Shiro is more than we did in episode 1,
Yeah.
And like with the dungeon kids, each one of them does have at least something going on. And, they clearly care about things, where Shiro is maybe a little bit nihilistic, maybe a little bit of a libertarian.
Teeny tiny. Hee hee.
Can I also be for real about this? The part of the show that has the least to do with anything is the fact that they are from the real world and got trapped in a video game, which is weird that's so unimportant.
I'm kind of into it, though.
Well, it's such a big trope for a lot of the isekai shows that I like that they don't focus on this one as much.
That's fair.
That's why I was drawn into it.
That's fair.
Because a lot of the shows are like, how do we get back? And this one's like, oh, we're rebuilding society through a capitalist lens. I'm like, okay, well.
It's at least something.
All right.
Interesting choice.
You're trying.
Interesting choice.
I don't know. Like, I mean, to be honest, this is my first isekai anime that I've ever seen.
Oh, I'm so glad you never saw Sword Art. Good for you.
Well, I haven't seen most anime, so... I'm
just saying specifically good for you for not watching Sword Art.
But, like, I don't know, like, I kind of wish, like, even if, I am honestly, like, okay with them, like, although, like, like, no one makes decisions except for Shiro in this anime. But I am, like, okay with the decision to, like, try and stay in the game and, like, make the best of it and, not try and find a way out. Like, I'm okay with that choice. But I think that I wish that we learned a little bit more about the individual characters and what their lives were like before they came into the game to like try and understand why they would make or agree with that choice, because it seems like to me, if I was stuck in a video game, I would very much most likely want to leave.
Let me tell you about something called Season 2.
That's kind of exciting.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Fair.
Hey, Jupiter, remember all those things you wanted? Let me tell you a little something about season 2.
Krusty finally gets revealed to be Krusty the Clown?
Yes!
No, but we get less Krusty. Spoilers. Let's go. Away.
Are we leaving?
Log Horizon is behind us.
Log Horizon is officially behind us now? Are we done? Are we free?
I think we're done. Well, no, I'm never free.
Sure.
You can check out anytime you like, Ray, but you can't ever go
Welcome
to
to
other
the
places.
Hotel Log Horizon.
California, even.
Okay, well, thank you so much for listening to Deck of Friendship. This has been our Log Horizon season. Watch out for our next major season, where we will be covering the entirety...
Anime!
It will be an anime. We will be covering the entirety of Mega Man NT Warrior, which I am so excited for. You can find us on Twitter at Friendship Deck to get updates on all things Deck of Friendship. You can rate us on iTunes or anywhere on the internet. 5-star reviews are super appreciated. I would also say sharing this podcast with friends. We don't advertise the show in any way, getting our show out there, word of mouth really is the best and almost only way to do it, outside of self-promoting other places, but word of mouth really is the biggest and best and most efficient and effective way of spreading our show out to as many people as possible. And we really appreciate any support in that way. You can also find us on Patreon at patreon.com/artdeckaspects, which is a joint Patreon between this podcast as well as Artificial Ghost Radio and Enchanting Aspects, which are my other two podcasts. Give us money over there. We would really appreciate it. With that, thank you once again for listening to Deck of Friendship. And as we say every week,
it's hard to believe it all started with something so simple as a tasty burger.